Hey everyone, in this tutorial I want to show you how you can speed up your color grading workflow with this awesome plugin called ColorGrade. If you want to stop feeling overwhelmed or confused or lost when you color grade your videos, then this tutorial is for you. After this tutorial, you will master your skills in color correction, color grading, and how you match all your clips perfectly. And also how to apply a LUT or a film look to your videos. If you take action, I will guide you step by step through the whole plugin and the process, how you can color correct and color grade your footage, and at the end how to create a nice cinematic look at your videos. You can easily match all your clips in once so that your video have a special film look and also attract new and bigger clients for your video production company. What's up everyone, Maik Kleinert here. I'm a filmmaker and photographer from Germany. Recently I reached out to ColorGrade that I want to create this tutorial here about their plugin, and also they gave me a special present for you, my audience, which I will show you at the end of this tutorial. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more videos. I'm really excited to show you this plugin and help you to color grade your footage, so let's go right into it.
Hey, welcome back. Now this is the editing part and I'll show you step by step how you can use the ColorGrade plugins. First of all, why I'm using ColorGrade is very easy. It is easy to use, it's very nice to adjust via click and drag up and down. This is really a game changer, to be honest. What I like at most is here on this website you can see all the features and the real-time preview. For LUTS and looks, you have three options for the packages. The ColorGrade Basic, you can color grade very easy and everything, but you not have the matching, so that's why I'm recommend to get the ColorGrade Pro. And you have the step-by-step guide in and the shot matching with groups, which is very important. You will see why. And if you want to step up more and you can go to the filmmaker, then you have all this bonus stuff. You get some raw footage, film grain. Yep. So, okay, let's going back to the plugin. What I really love at most in the ColorGrade plugin is that you really can use it easily and it's super fast. It's not overwhelmed when you start color grading, so you really have a step-by-step guide, but I want to go through everything that you really have some basic color grading skills and then you just experiment around. The more practice you get, so then better your results will be. Okay, after you sign up for the free trial or you buy the plugin, what you do then is you install, and so I show you this here in Premiere Pro. You can use it for Final Cut, Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve. It's always to find in effects. So when you go to effects and you type in ColorGrade, then you can see here this plugin, and what you do, you mark all and you drag and drop it in. So you find the plugin then when you click this one click here. This is already graded, so this whole clip here I want to show you different gradings and how I do this here. So when you drag and drop the plugin to all the clips, what it does, ColorGrade scans your project right now and see, there's the ColorGrade plugin on, here's it on, here's it on, here's it on. And if you open it over open controls, you get this all in one timeline here. These are all your clips where you put the plugin on top. So and then you can see how it looks like. And here you can also change to the position in the video what you want to preview. So when you click here in this part, then this line goes away or comes back when you go on the bottom arrow here. Bloop, bloop. Okay, let's go to this clip. I already color graded the clip here. So this looks before and after. So now I have reset everything. So this is actually the footage from the camera. What you do at first here, you make the basic correction. So it always goes from the left to the right. So you have the three phases here, which is one is basic correction where you adjust the exposure and you get saturation and color. What you do at next is shot matching. Shot matching is actually when you have similar talking parts or similar clips, they're looking the same, so you can match them so that they have the same exposure level. You want to match these both. So this is my hero clip and this is the clip I want to color grade later. So when you go then to match shot, you see both on side and you can match it to the same. So if you see it without, this is how it looks before and this is what it looks after, so it looks very similar. And you also have the Vectorscope here from clip 1 on the left side and the second clip on the right side, and this is overlaid so you can really see if they are really matching. And you see the left clip is a little bit darker, so I could use that one, make it a little bit darker. Then you go to the final grading. Final grading is actually the color grading. So what you do here is you're going through the looks, you're going through your LUTs, and you apply to your color corrected footage a LUT. So let's get started. We are going to basic correction. So now what you see here, to learn all the shortcuts, you can go through the menu where you see in tools. This is very important. These shortcuts, just learn them every day. So you also have these little plugins here. So when you press long with your mouse, you see the same. You can change from here to the other ones, whatever you want, and so on. So remember, just learn the keyword shortcuts, so it will save you a lot of time. Okay, let's go. Press E at first. So, and now it's very nice. You just need to click left and then you drag up or you drag down to expose your video, and make sure when you expose your footage that you not bring it over 100%. So it's very important to keep it like at 80 to 100 or 90 here, so to make it really crisp. The same is with the bottom line. Don't bring it over the bottom line or under 0 in the negative, so you will have dead parts or overexposed parts when you go over 100 and underexposed parts when you go under 0. So we exposed it right now. So what we do now is pressing Shift and E, change right now the highlight, midtones, shadow. Press on highlights. On the side I will have this open that you see what's happening here actually, so you can also just adjust here the highlights and all the stuff. But the good part in this, pin it here. Now when you press here to the highlights and then you press this little plus symbol and you drag up and down your mouse cursor, it's changed the highlight just with pressing. And that's why this tool is so fascinating, how fast you can color grade, because you literally click to a dark point and you know these are the shadows where you bring down. And remember what I was saying, don't bring it too much down, so otherwise the blacks are too much. So that's why I leave it like that. And you have also some little guidings here on the left side where you see like click and add the selection. So, and then also you can change here easily the midtones where you make your image a little bit more crisp. So after this, you can change to contrast, pressing C, and dragging up and down you can increase and decrease the contrast. And if you give it a little bit a nice push and contrast, like around 20 is cool. You see it's nearly in the dead part here, but it's alright. And if you press Shift and C, then you have the contrast pivot adjustment, which changed the range of the contrast from the, it's like similar to the midtones. It brings everything in the middle, the parts brings up and down, and like say the middle parts here up and down from the contrast field. And next with W you go to color temperature, and the same, you're pressing up and down to make it more. I go a little bit down with the exposure that you can see it better. Like here you see the blue is very dominant, and if I go up with the color temperature, let's say it's very red now, because a lot of red parts, so make sure it is in one line with the red, green and blues. So that's how you can really fix your color temperature. So now you see it's on the same. I'm going back with the exposure. If you have footage which is very green or very purple, then you also can change with Shift and W. You can change this with the tint to make it less purple or less green. So in this case it's pretty good. Then you come at next to the saturation. With the saturation here, the same, you can click the points. When you press long with the mouse here, it's open this little field where you can also change the saturation and the shadows from the saturation. So in this case I press S. With S you go up and down to give them a little bit more saturation. So I want to have it a little bit more poppy, so I give a little bit more boost here. Then with Shift and S you can change the saturation highlights, midtones and shadow parts. So just easily click again on all the parts you want to change. And then when you go to V, you come to the part VSL vectors, where you can change the hue, saturation and luma. This is the best part I love. You just click on the color you want to change and then you drag up and down to change the hue. So you can make it a little bit more red, or you go to the yellow area, and when you have done you just leave it. And then here you see you can press Shift to adjust its saturation or Command to adjust the luma. So what you have to do is you hold Shift, you go to this little point here, to this plus symbol, and you drag up or down to adjust the saturation from just this color. So, and then what you can do with Command, you need to hold Command, you go again to this plus symbol, and then you drag up and down to adjust the luma from this color a little bit more brighter. And the same what you can do is with the green parts here. So you have this plus symbol here, and then you just go up and down to adjust the green areas. Yeah, that's what you can do with all the colors here, and pressing shift for the saturation or command for the luma or the brightness of this color. The same if you want to have the sky a little bit more teal and orange look, so you bring in this teal color. With the Vectorscope, you need to make sure that it is in one line for your skin tone. So these are the right skin color. This is actually around 18% should be on this line. And so what you do now is you pick the skin tone, and this is actually, you don't need to mask out anything what you usually see in color grading tutorials. So here you just press on this point, which is the skin tone. And then what you do is bringing this little line across here, and now it's overlapped. So this is the perfect skin tone color. Can go a little bit more down, and then you see the saturation is a little bit too much. So with shift and going down, you can change the saturation. So this is actually the perfect skin tone. If you see before and after, it looks way better. So false color gives you an exposure level on an area base. So, and the histogram instead shows you the overall exposure reading. Easy to know, like the red parts or the hot parts, which is the overexposed parts, and the underexposed parts, which is purple here in this case, purple to like the bluish. That's the part. You see here how dark it is, so it's good to have it in an area which is right here. When you see it, it's before it's crashed over the line here, the bottom line. So remove the purples, and that's perfect. These are the parts which are overexposed, or I want to show you how extreme it could be. So let's say this is overexposed. You see all is burned out. The whole image is completely overburned, and you can click the hot spot here, and then you bring it down until you have no yellow there anymore. Whoop. And right about there. So this is perfect. This little spot is a little bit hot because of the light which was on his forehead. And now you see the green areas, which is really good skin tone. The green and the gray areas here. This is a good exposed image. And that's all. That's false color. So now we are coming to shot matching. Here again, I just showed you these both clips. In shot matching, what you can do here is you can hero the first clip, and then you want to color grade the same colors to the other clips. On this case, with this both cat clips, I'm using the yellow part, and then I click here to match shot. This is my hero shot. This is how the shot should look like, and this is what I color grade before. You can see here it was very flat, and now I see okay, it needs a little bit more orange. It's the same here. What you can do right now is pressing E for exposure, or pressing Shift E to get the highlight, midtones and shadows. And then you press here on this cat, and you're going down so that you have similar exposure. And also here is more contrast, so you press C to get the contrast, and then you push up a little bit more and you get the contrast similar to the major clip. And also the tint is a little bit off, so you can change the tint pressing W shift. And here you can make with the tint, it's similar to the previous shot, so you see, okay, this is nice. It's still, this one is a little bit overexposed. Pressing E, I just bring the exposure a little bit down, so now it looks similar, and the before and after from the flat footage, that's how it looks. So this is how you can match clips. Okay, let's say you edit a video, and these are 3 different clips, but the same camera, just different clips. So you drag and drop the CinemaGrade plugin, and then you choose one clip, and then you go and open color control. And now what you see here is the new clips I put in, and this is the color graded clip, and I want to match this clip with the back clips here. So now you go on shot match, and what you do, I give him the color blue, I click that one for the hero, and these are the other clips I want to match. So now I go to shot match. So here I can preview all the clips, and I see, boop, they're looking not the same. So I want to color grade or color correct them. So you have the options here that you only match the color correction, or if you already graded, then you can also just match for the grading. So we want to match the color correction. So if I click copy here, it will bring up this little window, and I can say yes, color correct everything to all the groups or just to one of this clip. So I say all the groups because they are the same footage. When I click all the groups, it's already graded now. And if you want to adjust the exposure here a little bit to match this to the other clip, then I can do this, what I was showing you with the cat. Just easily drag up and down, click here, go up, go down, and make it look similar to your hero clip. So that's actually all. This is what you can do with matching. Now we're going back, say apply to all the clips, and if I close right now CinemaGrade, then what it does here applies all the color gradings on my clips. So I can toggle on and off the plugin to see how it looks like, and it's not red or anything. It's only by the 360 stuff where it goes red when you have some reframe on it, but for normal clips, so it's very smooth, and this is 4K footage as well. That's actually all to matching, and if I open it again now, then we're coming to the last part, and the last part is final grading, which is the color grading. Color grading, you can choose looks. You have some look presets already integrated in this plugin, so you can easily also make them smaller, or I prefer it a little bit more bigger so I can see really how the results looks like. Yeah, they're really epic. They have the Fuji film, so to make it a little bit more greenish or cinematic looking. Also you have some moods, 17th look or comedy like happy or Iceland. Yeah, there's like a lot of varieties you can play around with this looks. Or you go to LUTs, and one important part before you can't see really your LUT, go on CinemaGrade, choose preference, because this is where you import your LUTs. So you import your LUTs via folder. So this is the LUTs I have right now. So you go to plus. I save always my LUTs on an external hard drive, and it's all in one folder. So I just choose this folder, and then it will be in here, and this is how it adds this in your LUT gallery. So make sure you just import all your LUTs here, or you connect your LUTs with CinemaGrade. If you have it done, then you will see, you make it small. You see here, this is from Parker Warbeck, the LUTs. So then the different LUTs from Sam Colder or Tropic Color, all the really awesome LUTs. So, and now this is the part which comes really handy to see it in the preview. So this is how it looks original without a LUT, and then you scroll down to the LUT you really want to apply it. So this is actually the alternative process. I want to have a teal and orange look. Teal and orange, here we go. So this is already which pops in my eye, which looks amazing. And you also can search here, for example, teal and orange, and then you get only the teal and orange. So let's say we are going to the one we want to choose. We double click. Now you can change here the opacity from the LUT which is overlaid. So this is without LUT and this is with the LUT. So I go usually on 50 to have a nice match with the color correction and the grading with the LUT. And then you can adjust also here, make the shadows a little bit more up or down, give it a little bit of milky look. But you can also do this with pressing E and Shift, where you have again these points, and then you press on the highlight part. You can also turn on your felt color to remove a little bit the overexposed part. And yeah, that's how you color grade, and this is before and after. I just forgot about this. If you go to final grading and you choose a LUT, a look, you can also do a look transference. So look transfers is if you have any image from any movie, you screen capture any movie, or you edit the photos and you want to have the photos you edit with the style. Let's say here, for example, I'm just using one of some color which I found. And you want to have this warm tone here, so you click on match. Now you have everything on this clip and you mix it up so that it looks like this style, and then you can expose and all that stuff do as well. But this is how you can match it. You just see some really nice clips on YouTube or on any other movie films. You just make a screenshot from it and then you import it here, and it will match up the colors so that you see a similar look, and then you can adjust here. So that's all. If you are done with it, you press apply and you close CinemaGrade, and then you're going back to your timeline where you can see all your clips, and boom, this is how it looks like without and with. That's how you can color grade with CinemaGrade. It's a really awesome plugin. Just look around. You can sign up with my link down below for like a free trial. Then you can go with the pro version, which I recommend at most because you have the color matching, what I was showing you before. And yeah, that's all. What I also do, what I don't have right now in the plugin, is sharpening your footage. So here with Lumetri Color, I usually sharp my footage a little bit, 25%. So that's what I do with the Lumetri color. So that's why I have both in, but the color grading is with CinemaGrade. So what I've created is my own presets. I just set here a preset where when I drag and drop, like say this one to here, I have straight away all the color grading here, like both of them.
Congratulations! Now you learned how to color grade your footage by using the CinemaGrade plugin. You also can come back to this video to see the step-by-step tutorial. Now we are coming to the present, which I mentioned in the video beginning, which I got from CinemaGrade, which are 20% off for their product. And if you cannot make the decision between the basic, pro, and the filmmaker version, I recommend getting to the pro version, because then you can use matching your color correction and grading through all the clips. You also get 60 film looks or the amazing film grain. So I highly recommend the pro version. I'm using the pro version as well for Final Cut, DaVinci and Premiere Pro. So a little summary here now. Keep in mind, first you need to color correct your footage. Then you match up all your clips so that your clips have the same exposure and the color balance. And then you color grade your footage with LUTS or film looks. What do you guys think about the CinemaGrade plugins? Would you like to give it a go? Please let me know in the comments down below. I would like to see your thoughts about it. Hit the bell notification that the algorithms know that you want to see my videos. And if you have any other questions, please let me know and I will see you in the next video. Peace.